What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having another fantastic day today. You can call me Spree and welcome back to another Madden 20 video. Today I want to go ahead and talk about the rookie premiere set, specifically trying to figure out ways to do them as cheaply as possible. I know there's going to be a lot of people looking to complete these sets, so let's look at all of the packs, let's look at the sets, using coins, using training, whatever we can do to do them as easy as possible. If this is your first time coming through, checking out one of my videos, if you enjoy the video, if you enjoy the content, definitely feel free to pop down, hit that like button down below. There's also a subscribe button down there as well if you want to check out what we do in the future. Pretty sure that's everything. Let's get into it. Now we're going to start off in the sets for the rookie premier players. I've already gone ahead and completed one. We have Jeff Okuda added to the team, ready to go for Madden 21. We went ahead and did that in the last video. If you want to go check that out, that'll be in the cards above. He was super easy to complete, lots of free tokens from much rewards from just signing in, so he was a free card, easy to do. Now in the last video I also talked about the fact that I'm not particularly interested in all these cards. In particular, there are only 3 other cards that I think I want to pick up so that I've got them ready to go in Madden 21. And that's going to be Patrick Queen, Chase Young, and then Tristan Wirfs. To complete the sets, you need 10 tokens. We want to go through and finish 3 players, so that's 30 tokens that we got to go ahead and pick up. Now it's going to be here in the exchange set where you can go ahead and pick up those tokens, and there's a bunch of different ways to do it. If you've got a lot of old cards sitting in your binder, you might be able to just clear out a bunch of those cards, pick up a bunch of tokens along the way. I definitely think some of these sets are going to be better than others to do. You're going to get better value from doing some of them as opposed to others. But we can talk about all of them just so you have a good idea if you want to go ahead and complete these sets. First set is going to be this 93 overall exchange set. It is repeatable. This is the only set that is going to continue and be available throughout the entire process. You'll see with the rest of them they have limits on the number of times you can complete them. To complete each of these sets, you're going to need 2 of the 93 overall players. I've gone ahead and completed the solo, so I have 10 NATs sitting in my binder ready to go. Let's go ahead and burn through these. I'm going to quickly go ahead, add all of these and turn our 10 93s into 5 tokens. That's definitely going to be one of the first steps. Go ahead, finish those solo challenges. It doesn't take long at all. You get those 10 93 cards, turn them into 5 tokens. You also get another token for getting 30 stars, so make sure you go ahead and do that as well. So that's going to be 6 tokens that you can use to go ahead and pick up some of these players. Now let's say you have a bunch of coins. If you want to go ahead and pick up these players, buy them on the auction house, how much are they going to cost? I think earlier in the day I was looking and they were going for about 25 to 27k, 28, probably just under 30k is probably going to be the going rate. Now with that in mind, let's say it's around 27, 28k to pick up each of these. So if you wanted to go ahead and just buy the cards with coins, it's going to cost you about 55k to go ahead and pick up a token doing the set. There's definitely going to be a much better way to go ahead and pick up those 93 overall players, and that is by opening up these rookie premier packs. Now there is a limit to them, you can only buy 20, they are 25k, but if we open it up, you get 1 guaranteed 93 overall player. So instead of trying to snipe them, getting 25, 27k, buying them individually, you can come straight in here and you get a guaranteed card. Now that's not only it, you're going to have a chance to pull some cards as well. So you might get some good elite pulls, you might get some good value gold, some good value silvers. Either way, you're going to get much better value opening up these packs. You have a chance to pull something, you might be able to make your coins back. It's going to help reduce the cost of going ahead and completing these sets. Now bear in mind, you only get 20, you need 2 of those cards to get a token, you need 10 tokens to pick up a player. So opening up all those packs, it's going to cost you 500k, but that's going to guarantee you one of the players. Plus, you have a chance to pull a bunch of cards as well. I think this is going to be a fun option for people. Everyone likes opening packs. Everyone wants a chance to pull golden tickets, high value cards. This is going to allow you to do that and build towards a set. So I'm definitely going to be jumping in to do these. We're back in sets now, looking at the next one, 90 to 92 draft plus 20 exchange set. Now you're going to need 3 of these players to pick up 1 token, and you can only do this 4 times. If we jump in and check out the prices for these cards, what are they currently going for? 36k. Alright, you're going to need to buy 3, so that's more than 100k just to get 1 token. We've already seen that a cheaper way to go ahead and do this is to do the first set, so the 93 overalls. Even if you're just buying the cards individually, it's going to cost you 55 to 60k, much less than the 100k that you get from doing this. I would completely ignore this set. Moving on to the next one, 93 to 95 draft class exchange. Now this one you get 2 tokens out of. Now this set you're going to exchange 3 players and you're going to get yourself 2 tokens, so that's something to keep in mind as well. This can only be done 5 times, so let's jump in and check out what these cards are actually worth. 93 to 95s. What are we going for right now? 39,000 coins. So 3 cards at 40k, that's going to cost you around 120k. You do get 2 tokens back, so it's going to cost you around 60k per token for this set. We've already seen that we have better options with that first set. So this looks like another set that you're probably not going to do. You can definitely get better value options. Moving on to the next one, I like this set. I think this is going to be a good one for a lot of people. 96 to 99 overall exchange. Checking out this set, this time you receive 6 rookie premier tokens. So that's great value there. Jumping in and checking out the prices, are they crazy? 50 to 60k? Is that what we're going for? Around 50k, you might even be able to get a little bit cheaper, so let's say 50k per card, 3 cards, 150k, 6 tokens, it's going to be 25,000 coins per token. That is far and away the best value that we've had so far, but unfortunately you can only do it twice, so it's going to be a good way to pick up a lot of easy, cheap tokens. But we're not going to be able to just do it repeatedly to smash through and complete all these sets. Next up, we've got the 85 to 89 overall exchange set. Now you're going to need 15 items to get a token from this set. I wonder how much these cards are going for at the moment. Are they pretty cheap? Yeah, okay, pretty cheap. 2,800 there. Wouldn't surprise me if you can get them a little cheaper. 2,500 coins is maybe a price that I'd be looking at. That seems to be pretty good value. 15 cards around 2,500. It's going to be a little bit less than 40k. Not quite the best value that we've seen, but definitely a good option to go ahead and pick up some of these tokens after you've completed this set first. Less than 40k per token seems pretty solid. Just remember you can only do the set 4 times. Checking out the next one, 5 90 plus overall players to get yourself another token. You're going to be able to do this 8 times. This set could be pretty good if you have a bunch of NAT cards just sitting in your binder, not doing anything with them. Check them in this set, contribute to getting those tokens so you can pick up all of these rookie premier players if you want. Now I've just jumped into the auction house to check the prices of 90s at the moment, see what the going rate is. Looking at about 8k, so we need 5 cards at 8k, about 40k per token that way. The last set we're going to look at is this core player exchange set. So you get 1 token, you can do it twice, but it takes a bunch of cards to do it. You're going to need 10 80 to 84s, 15 75 to 79s, and 20 65 to 69s to complete the set. If you're just going to be using coins, it's going to take a long time to pick up each and every one of those cards and complete the set. You can probably do it pretty cheaply because a lot of those cards are going to be cheap, but it's definitely going to be pretty tiresome to go ahead and do. Quick refresher over everything. We know this is a pretty solid set. We can open up a bunch of packs with this. We want to avoid both of these. This is the best value, picking up these 96 to 99s. 85 to 89 has pretty solid value as well, better than the 90 plus. And for this final set, it's probably going to cost you something similar to some of the other sets, but it's going to take you a lot longer to go ahead and complete, especially if you're going in and purchasing each and every one of these cards one after the other. Okay, to get us started so we can pick up the rest of the tokens we need, I'm going to go ahead and finish off these sets. That means I'm going to need 6 96 to 99 players. Let's go ahead and pick all of those up. Interesting, so going in and actually filtering down a little bit so we can try and get the cheapest prices possible. It's about 45k for each of these cards, so it's only going to cost me 270k. That's going to be even cheaper to pick up the tokens. Very happy with that. Alright, let's jump on in and complete this final set. It cost me around 270k to do all of these sets. So pretty good value there. I was filtering down a little bit, but I wasn't really looking for snipes. I think you could probably get prices down to 40k maybe, save even more coins doing it, but I wasn't doing that. If you're trying to do it as cheaply as possible, probably spend a little bit more time to get the best prices that you can. And look at that, we are unable to add anything more to the set, but there was a quick and easy way to pick up 12 tokens. Now with those 12 tokens plus the 6 that we got from completing the solos, that's 18. We need to get to 30, so I'm still going to be 12 short. I'm going to go ahead and open through all of these packs. That's going to give me another 10 tokens, so we're going to be really close to that stage. Let's jump in, open up these packs, see if we can read great, see if we can pull something crazy. I'm probably just going to do highlights of what I pull. I don't want to put you through going through all of these packs. Yes, Yes, I imagine it's going to be a whole lot of this. If I pull anything good, I'll make sure you guys are there to see it. 89, pretty solid. 89, 89's good. There's an 88. Alright, it's probably our best pack so far. Ooh, a 93 Deacon Jones. Into our last pack now. A couple of solid pulls, but nothing crazy. Just a lot of those 93 cards that we need for sets. Heavyweight 92. One of our best pulls, we will definitely take that. Back in sets, we have 20 of these items, so we're going to be able to get 10 tokens out of them. I'm interested to see if we have enough to finish off some of these sets though. Alright, looking through, that's a lot of pluses. Cool, it looks like we pulled enough to at least finish one of these sets. But harder to judge for these two sets because I have a bunch of cards sitting in my binder that are in that overall range that I don't want to put into the sets. But it looks like we're going to be able to get another token or two out of it just from opening those packs. Overall, it just looks like a whole bunch of gold, silvers, and low overall elites. We've got a handful of 89s, 192, 193, and of course, a bunch of these 93 cards that we can put into the sets. Always remember to put the lowest value cards into the sets. Now you've got this 92, we also have the 93. I'm gonna go ahead and sell those. Use the coin to buy cheaper cards that are still going to go into the set. So a cheap 90 overalls, that way I make a bit of coins back, but I still have the cards ready to go into the set. Similar thing would go to cards like these 89s. Now they're perfect to go into the exchange set. See if you can pull yourself a high value Redux card from putting 3 of these into the exchange set. And making sure that you're selling the cards that have pretty good value. We've seen that Walter Payton is only worth 12k, but that's more than most other 89s, so definitely go ahead and sell them, don't put them in the set. Looking at a couple other ways to complete some of these sets, this 86 plus overall draft player is going to be an option if you have a crazy amount of training. Maybe you've just been quick selling cards for a long time. Maybe you've got hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions just sitting there waiting to be used. This set definitely could be worth a try. The low overall cards can go into sets, the 90s can go into sets. You also have a chance to go ahead and pull some of the draft class players. That is going to make some of these sets nice and easy to complete as well. So that's one way to do it if you have a bunch of training. Now if you don't have a lot of training, I think these packs are going to be a lot of value. I'm gonna just open up a few while we're here just to see if we can get anything crazy. I've talked about this pack for a long time as we pull an 86. Training is still pretty cheap. Now the prices of cards have risen, the market is a little bit up at the moment because we don't have fan appreciation packs, which definitely makes me sad. But as we get an 87, this is going to be a good way to turn training into cards, and then you can turn those cards into tokens. Going through, ripping through a bunch of these, you get a lot of high overall pulls. Just as I say that, we pull ourselves a 90 overall, so that's the perfect card to go into that 90 plus set. Let's keep going, let's rip through a couple more. I definitely think this is a good option. Another flashback, 89, great. That's 4 straight pulls, 86 plus, 189, 190. It's been such a profitable way to make coins, and I definitely think it's going to continue to be that. I definitely think it's going to be a good option to buy cheap training, roll through this, put aside the cards that you want to put into those sets, so maybe 80 overalls, 85 overalls, maybe 90 overalls. The rest maybe you want to sell or put into sets to try and make coins. I definitely think if you have the time to grind it out and you really want to do it cheaply, this set is going to be the best way to do it. It really wouldn't surprise me if you do it this way, if you actually come out of it ahead. You might make profit and still have all of the rookie premier players that you wanted to pick up. So yeah, this is definitely going to be a good option if you want to complete some of those sets. The last pack I want to look at is this Get a Player pack. Now we have that set where you need 45 cards, 10 of them are low elite. You need 15, was it 75 to 79s, and then 20, 66 to 69s, I think it was. Get a Player packs are really cheap. Now even with the market changing, there's still a fair amount of reasonably valued low overall cards, so power-ups especially, that you can actually pull pretty frequently from these packs. I'm gonna jump in and open up a couple of these. I think you can just roll through these packs, upgrading the cards if you don't actually need them for the set. So what's our first card? We get a 65. Let's say we want to turn this to a 66 to 69. Let's keep adding these to the set and then just slowly build it up. Now it is going to take time to do, but this is going to be another option where you have a chance to pull something good of value each time you open up one of these packs. So definitely a reasonable option there as well. Gonna quickly try my luck with one of these exchange sets. Can we pull something good, something high value? Redux. Not that one, not the one I want to see. Damn it! Alright, I'm gonna quickly go ahead and turn all of our 93 overall players into a bunch of tokens. Next up, we're gonna go ahead and pick up another token by completing the set with all of these low overall cards. And finally, I'm gonna open up a few of these draft packs. I think I need 5 or 6 85 to 89 overalls. So even if I get the worst cards every time, I'm okay with it. Let's just see if we can get something pretty good. First pack, 93, okay. I like that. That is exactly what we want to see. I'm gonna rip through these. I'll show you highlights if I pull anything good. Let's get these out of the way as well.
A few moments later.
You may be wondering why you didn't see any highlights. It's because I didn't pull anything except for that 93 to get us started. Just a bunch of 86s. That's going to be okay. That is going to be enough to finish off that final set. And with that, we've added all of the cards we need for the set, and we have the final token that we need. That's going to give us all the tokens we need to pick up the players that we want. Starting with Tristan Wirfs. Boom, there's the first one, 99 overall Tristan Wirfs. Next up, Chase Young. There he is, 99 Chase Young. And the last guy we're going to pick up is Patrick Queen. Boom, that is going to be our last rookie premier player. That is probably going to be our starting user for Madden 21 when it comes out. And I think we're going to finish up there. That was actually a lot of information. Hopefully this video isn't too long. I have a feeling it might be, so I do apologize for that. We went through all of the sets. We talked about the value. We went through a whole bunch of options. We looked at some ways to actually have fun doing it, so looking at packs, training re-rolls, just some other ways that you can go ahead and pick up cheap cards so you can add these to the set and pick up the players that you want. I think we got fairly good value for the tokens that we did get. Obviously you could snipely do things cheaper, do the training re-rolls like the Theme Diamond 2 set pieces. That is going to keep the prices down as well. Hopefully I've just given you a bunch of options so you can go ahead and do it as cheaply as possible. If you found this at all helpful, I'd definitely appreciate it if you pop down, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button so you can check out what we do in the future. But yeah, that is going to be it for today, folks. Thank you very much for coming through. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. You can call me Spree, and we out.